Hey y'all, this is Jessica with Bless Your Heart. Today, let's do a vinyl swirl tumbler. Today, we're going to be working with a Hogg 20-ounce Duo Skinny. The Duo is the two separate lids. It comes with a sport lid with a straw and just a regular lid like normal. The vinyl we're using is from Vinyl Cottage, and it's Only Romance 04. You want to cut it down to fit your cup the best way you can. I just used my paper cutter. It's not going to be completely seamless, but it's an almost seamless pattern. You want to push back a little piece of the vinyl, the backing, to give you an anchor. I always put back what I cut off just to help me make sure it fits on the cup. Then I pull it off when I'm ready to put it on the cup, anchor it down, and fit it around. After I remove that little cutoff piece and give my anchor, like every other time, I flip it over and I use the table to help me smooth it all over. I put it down and put in just enough pressure to help push that backing paper off, and I let the table pretty much do all the work for me. And you can see it's not completely seamless, but it's seamless enough. And I just use my edge tool here that I got from Amazon to get rid of the hangover that's on the bottom. And on the top, I'll use a craft knife. It's best to use a super sharp craft knife, but not all of us have super sharp craft knives. You just want to go around that top rim as the best way that you can, and I always go down a little bit extra and hold my knife just at an angle so I can get that thin line of stainless steel at the top to kind of help my epoxy adhere like it needs to. Now let's create a swirl. I'm going to use 3 different size painter's tape. This one's a 2, a 2.5. I'm not real sure. The green one is 1 inch and the orange one is a 1/2 inch. You just want to do your swirls to how you want them to look. I like the swirl from the front and the back to meet up on one side. That's just my preference. And then you put the tape sizes how you want them. This is completely your cup. You make it how you want to. After I get the blue tape how I want it, I'm just going to go in, and of course you always have to pull off too much tape, or are you really doing a good job? If you have just enough tape, it's not really going to work out for us, I don't think. I just go in and make the pattern however I want to. There's really no rhyme or reason. There's nothing I'm going for here, just really putting them down. I don't have an end game at this point in the process, so let's just see where we end up. Now, when you get to a point where you think you're going to be finishing up, you kind of want to just look at it and see if it makes sense to you in your head, whatever way you're going with it. And when you get to a point where you're done with adding all of your tape, you want to get back out your super sharp craft knife that we all have, and you're going to want to go in and cut each side of the lines of the tape that you make. And what you're doing now is you're going to cut through the vinyl all the way to the stainless steel, because you're going to pull off whatever tape and you're going to leave a void there, and you're going to see nothing but the stainless steel. You're going to remove the tape and the vinyl where you want to put either glitter or another piece of vinyl, or even just leave the stainless steel exposed, whatever you want to do. But this is the part where you do need a sharp craft knife because you don't want it to really cut up your cup either. And now you get to pull all of it off at the same time, and it's a little bit of an ASMR moment also. You only want to pull off where you want something else at. Don't pull all of this off. You just spend a whole lot of time putting all this tape on, cutting around the tape and all that jazz. So just pull off where you want to put something else. And when you get to a point where you're done and you've got all your vinyl and tape pulled that you need to pull, you're going to want to go in and put whatever else you're going to put on. I'm going to add 3 glitters today. The first one is West Texas Glitter Millionaire, and we're going to put it on that big thick stripe. The second one is going to be Emerald, and we're going to put it on that middle size stripe. And then for the little skinny one, we're going to do Mr. Freeze. I'm going to use the epoxy method for my adhesion. Let's do it. I'm going to start with my darkest, which is going to be Emerald, and this is just a really pretty, deep, kind of foresty green. You're going to have that reflective because it's a metallic. It's just really pretty, and you just want to go full coverage. This next one is going to be Millionaire, and this is like a party in a bottle. This is one of my favorite glitters. You just want to cover all of it, all of the space that you're going to put Millionaire or whatever glitter you're going to use, and then just go full coverage on it. And for this last little bitty sliver, we're going to do Mr. Freeze. This is just a really pretty white. You're going to have some little shift to it. It's just all over, just a good white to use. It's not going to look like it's doing full coverage over that stainless steel, and it's probably not. But at the end, you're not even going to notice, and it's going to look fantastic. And once you get to this point, immediately remove all of your tape so that epoxy doesn't keep that tape where you don't want it. I'm telling you, you should get Millionaire. After just a good coat of epoxy and a light sanding, we're going to get into the striping and the vinyl work. We're using this Cricut textured gold and just some random nail tapes I pulled that I thought would look good. We're going to start by putting this textured gold next to this green, because gold and green always look good together. And we're just going to line both of those sides of that green with this textured gold from Cricut. This one's going to start out with this matte black. I end up thinking it doesn't look good, so I change it, but you just go with what your heart says. Next to the gold section, we're going to use this shimmer silver just to help bring out some of those silver pieces that are in the chunky part of that glitter. This little skinny red is super shiny, and it's going to just add another level of it. I'm going to put it right next to this white piece that's got the black vinyl on it. Like I said, we're going to change that later, and it'll make a little bit more sense. But you're just going to put it on both sides if you want, or not if you don't. This one is like a charcoal kind of color. It's a shimmer. We're going to put it right on the other side of those gold pieces on the green section. And this little piece of nail tape is actually one of my favorite nail tapes. It is super shiny, super reflective, and it's just going to bring that extra little something to the cup and just make that whole little section pop. And here's where I decide to change to that chromy kind of silver. I believe it's just a Cricut brand. And this is my decal, and it's just that gold textured vinyl that we outlined the green in, just to kind of tie the whole cup together and bring it all together. Once you get that on, you want to epoxy until smooth, and you are pretty much done. And here you go. Here's the finished result. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. I hope to see you next time. Bye.